This was such a big surprise to us. It was the thing we didn't think about. I mean, we knew we wanted volunteers, but we didn't think about volunteers. Wow, who are they, really?
If I could write a magic song that everyone could sing, I would write of love, of hope and joy, and things that peace could bring.
You don't have to do much. Just relax, take a breath, enjoy your bad day, because there's a ton of people out there that would do anything for your bad day.
Trailways, I mean, you get a chance to live out your faith in a real practical way. You know, when you volunteer at the camp, you're getting your hands dirty.
I have a disability. I was born without a sense of smell. I have something called anosmia.
You might give somebody a big hug. You might wipe some snot from their nose.
I mean, I have no problem handling personal care needs, and it's turned into be kind of a blessing for everybody, because it wouldn't even slow me down.
At the camp, you're thinking on the fly, you're creating on the fly.
And you know what? It's always easier for me than it is for them. It's easier for me to share and help someone that's having a really bad day.
I met Sharon a couple years ago and at tennis, and we went out for lunch. Some of the tennis girls, she told us about her boys, had us all in tears. And that's all it took. And I have a special needs granddaughter, and I thought, if I can do this, I can do anything.
Our job is to focus on what they can do. Sometimes that's a little difficult because you're used to just doing things. When we focus on what they can do and look for their ability and strength,
I've learned to give more of myself.
Whoever we chose to be our partners would have to believe enough in us and with us that all things are possible. And you trust the people that you have chosen to be your partner, even when some days they don't shine. They just don't shine, because you know the next day they will.
I've got a few other folks that are coming primarily just to help lift campers and lift canoes, because they're big, strong guys.
I've always had an interest in special needs. I had an aunt who lived with us for a while who fostered special need children.
It's been my joy.
Sharon says, just come on and volunteer and just love on the people. Oh, okay, I'm a person that needs to know, yeah, what does that look like?
The people that have wheelchairs do have a special life vest that basically it's designed for if you go in and you can't use your arms and legs, it automatically flips you over onto your back.
One of the campers comes up and just shakes my hand, introduces themselves, and starts talking. I was just blown away.
I was more uncomfortable around them than they were around me. That I've had to adjust my view about adults with special needs to be able to interact with them.
I'm a registered nurse, and I am the camp nurse for the past 3 camps at Trailways. It has been probably one of the outstanding times in my nursing career.
I've been blessed with physical strength. I've had the opportunity to help with any physical challenges that were required to facilitate Trailways Camp. So whether that's, handling personal care needs for somebody with, that it's in a chair, I don't know how many transfers I've done.
Again, each camper has a picture of the camper and so forth, with their name, their address, who their contacts are.
We had no idea what was about to happen. And the explosion of interest, the explosion of volunteers, the number of people.
And then they're all required to have a physical exam by their doctor, and that has to be provided with any limitations, restrictions.
Looking at Trailways Camp through the lens, I see a change in the individual camper as throughout the week.
I think this is probably one of the most moving experiences that I've ever had as a nurse. It's a very exciting, and it's something that once you've been here, your hand goes up to volunteer that I want to go back to that camp again.
The curriculum every summer changes. We write our own curriculum, and the theme always changes every year. But the essence of who we are is always the same. Is open doors, open hearts, open minds. To have that moment on the river, having God speak to you for the first time, or
Getting in a canoe, the level of stoke that somebody will feel on a simple day, these people jump at the chance. As a general rule, they'll walk away with a ton of growth, you know, and I think volunteers see that. Anybody that engages with Trailways is going to see that.
If I had one word to describe what I see in the campers, what would it be? Joy.
Transformation.
I guess I'd have to land on the word acceptance.
I couldn't do it in one word, but I'll give you a few. Joy, gratitude, bravery, fearlessness, friendship, adventure, independence.
here everybody's equal. You're a little bit different, tall, short, fat, skinny. We're all children of God. And I think one of the things that camp's all about, campers can be campers. Not worry about what the world's saying about them.
It's been cool to watch our congregation. There's something that happens to the volunteers when they serve. But even deeper than that, it changes you.
These people have been told multiple times, and sometimes their whole lives, that they couldn't do something. Bring that challenge on.
And challenge themselves they did. 2016 brought with it both hard work and the need for completion. The Millers recruited volunteers with a purpose and strong backs. The fishing experience was challenging from the riverbank. The Millers had a plan.
We're going to build a fishing pier. We're going to build a walkway down to that fishing pier that will be a safe environment.
The first few days we were out there, they were tough. Like I told Jerry, I said, if we'd been paid for this, I'd have quit.
They have raised funds through donations and private gifts to facilitate the dock, the walkway, and the sidewalks.
I'm out there and I'm standing within 10 foot of the river, right, with a power auger, and I can't budge the darn stuff.
If there's any doubt about how incredibly special this is, I want you to reflect for a moment that you're all sitting out here in 99-degree weather looking at a fishing pier.
It's amazing what happens when you have volunteers.
Sharon and Jerry Miller are the personification of being servant leaders.
Everything you had was either up at the top when you were at the bottom, or down at the bottom and you were up at the top.
Have you ever thought if they would have made the pier 2 foot higher, we wouldn't have had to do all that digging?
No, that's true. Next time.
Yeah, no next time.
We'd like to give Steve something to have him remember and keep of digging into this hill.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoops!
All right.
Yeah.
From vision to completion, this project will provide access to fishing and recreation for all who visit Riverside Retreat Center in the future. It has involved an entire community of organizations and individuals. This pier and walkway opens up the Caloosahatchee at Riverside Retreat so that all members of our community are able to enjoy the beauty of nature.
I think you'd do another one. You're a big softie.
Thank you to all who have made this vision a reality.
One of the most important and key issues you need to solve is you have to get the community behind you and understanding that what you're doing makes a difference in the community.
My life has really changed as a result of volunteering, and I think that's the case with every volunteer.
One of the things that's been revealed to us is that this is a beautiful community, and we will trust you, that you'll take the legacy that we've left, that you'll build on it, and what we know is what looks impossible now will be possible in some new and different ways, maybe ways we won't even see.
I get the benefit of helping at the camp. Now you're going to make me cry a little bit.
You know, a lot of times whether it's in the church or out of the church, we think that we have to say the right words and make a beautiful presentation of what it means to follow Christ, or what it means to know Christ, or to know God, or to experience His Holy Spirit. When the reality is that God is already working on drawing all people to Himself. Sometimes it's really just living out your faith and loving on people where they are.